Yeah, you can start with your question, but be brief so that we can finish up and then come back to question. But your question is okay, so that will help me to know how I'm going to go deep.
Okay, yes, sir. Like I said earlier, that our next line of task is going to be the raising matrix, and then the next after raising matrix will be the stakeholder analysis. Now, what I want to ask is this: do we use our names as both the stakeholder and the stakeholders? We just need to like divide our names. Some will be the stakeholder, some will be the user. I just want to know what to fill in when trying to draw the stakeholder, when trying to write the stakeholder analysis.
It's part of what we are going to do today.
Okay.
So you
then
can't.
Metrics too, our names too. We just use our names.
It's still what we are going to do today.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Because you are not supposed to be using your, you can use their name depending, but it's better to use their role.
Yes, like who is responsible for this? We just kind of share it among ourselves. Who is accountable for so purchase of this? Who is responsible? Who are we going to? We just kind of our names. Like when you need to talk about technical whatever, meets Aru could be Blessing, and consult C could consult Ogechi or consult Anita. I was just trying to know if we should place our names in all those places.
We are going to handle it very soon. So that after that, and they don't understand it, then we will bring on these questions. So what I will do now is I'll quickly move into our workplace in Digibrid, where we look at it, how we can start our project, then we'll come down to how we'll start executing our deliverables. I intend to achieve all these things in 1 hour, so we have to be fast. So now I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, this is my workplace. So this is this meeting we're having today. So I think this information is no longer relevant as we're already in the meeting. So I will remove it. Yeah. So what we need to do now is we quickly move to the project. Yeah, just like I said, I'm going to use project page to demonstrate how to do this. And I'll quickly move to project page. You can see, let me move to project page. Yeah, we are now in project page. Project workplace. And you can see, you've not, you can see here, that should be the project status. The status is showing that the projects have not started. So anything you are doing is not reflecting here because you have not started your project officially. So that is what it means. So what we need to do now is that we have to start this project. And to do that, let's say here, will let us, that is project A, edit. And now from here, we should be able to start our project. So what is today's date? Today's date is 13th. So let's look at it. That is say 13th. And can somebody think, because this project is 2 months. So from 13th April, May, June.
6th of June.
So it should be 12th. Let's see, yeah.
12th June.
It should be 12th June, but because
Yes.
yeah, so that is it. And let's save and see our project status. Still showing not started. So as we have started, we need to put this project in progress because we've started. So we have started this project, and now this project is now in progress. So what we do now is to start creating tasks. And what do we create here? Number one should be, can somebody tell me number one in our framework as receive project mandate here? Receive project mandate, that is number one. And then when do we start this? We are going to start it today. There's no wasting time. We start it today. And what is the priority is a very important deliverable, because we cannot start without the mandate. So it's going to be high priority, so, and when is this going to be due? Let's say that it's going to be due today as well. So, because all of you have gone through the project, the mandate, so we don't need to repeat this activity. So related to no. So these people are following this flow. Now, so here is where we are describe this activity. I just say to understand the project goals and objectives. That is, that's it. This is actually blocking my distance. I'll save it, and that's it. So I've created this deliverable, and then we need to assign it to someone. And who is the project lead in this group? Hello.
That's Stanley Ogwani.
Stanley. Yeah.
Okay. I'll assign it to Stanley. So Stanley is going to receive the project mandate from me. And then who is following? Everybody should be following. So everybody in this group should be following. see the I think should be the project, only the project because this seems to be all the employees. Anyway, Stanley should make sure that only people that is part of this project is following this project. Anybody in the organization can follow the progress of the project, or they cannot. They just monitor what you do. But I don't think we should allow. But just, you see, whoever is interested, like any stakeholder in the company, this is where you can allow stakeholder to monitor what is going on by selecting who is following. They might not be contributing, they won't be contributing, but they will be seeing what we are doing, like senior managers, high stakeholders. From following, they will be following the project updates and the project progress. So that's where you do that. So that's it. I've done that. I've created this deliverable. I've assigned it to Stanley, and from here you can create a reminder the date I should be notified when this deliverable is done. Like, let me say tomorrow, yeah, let's say tomorrow, Stanley should once this is done, I should get a reminder that this is done. Also send an email for the reminder. Yeah, let me see. It's done. From there, I should be able to get a reminder about what is going on. When Stanley I've done this, I'll get a reminder that Stanley have finished. So from Stanley's end, Stanley should be able to, when Stanley finished, Stanley should be able to click finish from his end about this project. And I'll create the reminder. So, and that is it. Now we have seen this high priority project is in progress. High priority deliverable is in progress. The day started, due date. For instance, I might be when you are done with your project planning, we'll have to look into that. you have to schedule resources, assign resources, time, and how much everybody should be getting paid. Then you should be able to see the hourly rate for this particular, or what Stanley is earning, or how much is Stanley is earning. So this is how you track how much you pay. Make sure that the amount you are working within your budget. So this is where, and at the end of the day, with how much you work here, that's how we generate how much you are going to be paid, if you are being paid hourly. So that's how this one is done. So this is very good for the HR. That's how, and the accountant, HR and the accounting. So that's how you generate the pay slip, how much you pay your staff. So from here, you should be able to know how many hours being logged on to do this particular deliverable, and total hour logged in. So how much it takes Stanley to do this job, how much time Stanley logged in doing this job, everything will be reflecting here. So that's it. And I think we're happy with this one. And we close receive project mandate. So that's it. So let's go to our tasks and see how many tasks we have. Yeah. Here you can see it from here. We have one task going on. So, and it's in progress, and the due date, and assigned to Ogwai, me assigning to Ogwai. So that is it, a high priority deliverable. So you can see it. Let's see, view this in Gantt chart. I mean in so this one I've started. Yeah. So other tasks that when you keep creating, what you need to do is that you need to come here, all these deliverables in our project framework, you need to come here and create everything here. And it's going to be a backlog. From here, you'll be assigning it to whoever is supposed to be, and the rest of them. And now, when Stanley finish, we don't need testing in this one. We just, what Stanley needs to do is just, you can send it direct here for feedback. Once I see, maybe Stanley will tell me that this project has been, the project mandate has been received and reviewed with the team. And that's why you bring it here. And I was okay. And if it's actually good that you guys have reviewed the project, then you put it here as completed. And that's how you'll be managing all your tasks and deliverables. So we'll go to milestone. There's no milestone for it's the only project here. So you can decide whether it's going to be a milestone, but it's not going to be a milestone. And here is the files. This is the files here. I've uploaded 3 documents for you guys here. Let's see, discussion. Nothing is going on here, no discussion. You people should be discussing. You see, I noticed something that everybody, you guys are moving to chart. Chart is not where you manage your project pay. Chart is where you can collaborate in the, but managing projects, any activity, it should be more of here so that it will be associated with the project. Anything you say will be associating with this project. But if you're in this chart, anything you say in this chart is not going to reflect on your project, because your chart is a casual area where you can collaborate and talk about things and discuss issues. But in terms of managing, like now, if you're having issues pertaining this particular project or particular deliverable, this is where you talk about it, so that somebody within this project can take it up here, and everything happen here can be tracked. So if I want to monitor what's going on, I can come here and see what has been going on, what everybody has been seeing about this deliverable and the rest of them. And if you have, this is Gantt chart. So you can see now the Gantt chart have started to receive deliverable. Once you start having so many other deliverables, you can see how the Gantt chart is going. From the Gantt chart, you can see it started from 13th, and is now moving, going to start showing. If you're having issues, if you are experiencing any difficulties here, within this project, you raise tickets here so that it can be discussed or sorted out. The project manager, when you raise issues like this, you can assign it to someone within this project. So, but for now is that we have started this project and we've created one task, which is mandate. So I expect now the project manager, the lead project manager, because all of you are project managers and business analysts. Now the lead project manager will now start creating other deliverables and then assigning it to people and then start monitoring. So that's how we start this project. So from this, I expect all the project leads to go and start their projects and start assigning it and start monitoring. And that is it. There's no other special way to start a project or manage a project. That is how you start. You just start and you start. And that is it. Any question, I'll try the question so that we can move to other things that we need to do, and we need to discuss RISI metrics and stakeholder analysis a bit so that you people can have more understanding, because I can see you guys are a bit confused about that. Any question?
Yeah, yes, sir. Please, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
On the tax, that's when you create the tax, where there's a column for set timer. So once the project manager assigns that, do you automatically click on set timer, or the thing set timer begins to count, or the project, you're the one that will, that's the project manager will click on, will set the set, because I'm seeing, so it's set timer and something like that that's on the receive project mandate. Yes, you're
okay. Set timer.
Yes, are we setting the timer so that it's going to be running? Because you talked about how to generate that's how the HR generates payment and the rest of them. So it's going to be on, I think the time tells
this timer is for you to monitor this project. So it's not a compulsory thing.
okay.
So it doesn't affect the project or in any, but it can help you to monitor this project. The timer you are setting, you need to specify the reason why you are setting the timer. but it doesn't affect this project in any way because the project has started. The most important thing here is this due date. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
When you start your project, when you start your deliverable, and when you end your deliverable. So the timer here can remind you that once is what is what is the end of the when is this deliverable due?
Today too.
Is due tomorrow.
Yeah.
So this timer will
Yeah.
send a reminder, can a pop up that you are missing your timeline. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
So like if you are meant to deliver this tomorrow, and by tomorrow is not ready, by midnight, tomorrow is not ready, this timer will set up a pop-up for you. It will remind you that you have missed your timeline and it's risky for this project. So it just automating your project, just a kind of helping you to track your project to make sure you're on time and on budget. But if you like, you can set it. If you like, it's just for personal. It's for personal project management. If you want to set it, you can set it. If you don't want to set it, you can leave it. If you can track your time, monitor your time, good and fine. But if you are the one that like to be reminded of everything, then you need to set your time on this particular deliverable. Yeah. So the timer is on, but I'm going to put it off. If Ugwai want to set a timer for Ugwai is left for Ugwai on how to. So, but if you want me to set it, let me just set it. If Ugwai want to off it, so. But the issue is that this is it. So the deliverable is on. So what I'm waiting now is for Ugwai to submit. Yeah. And then once Ugwai submits, I'll give a feedback. So we are waiting feedback. I'm also, it's not I'm not this is not a testing software, so there is no need for testing in this particular deliverable. So that's how we'll start this project, and can make notes about here. Can look at our activity. So added new, that's what I added new assignee. So yeah, you can monitor what's going on. Yeah, and it's visible to the customer. So you can say visible. So customer can see that we are working hard on his project, and he'll be happy. So that's it. Yeah. You can see before it used to be 100. The project progress used to be 100 degrees to be, but now we have started and we have not delivered anything is 0. So now the moment we start delivering, we start reading here how much we've done and how much is remaining. As you can see here, look at the time. Out of 60 days, there's 59. You see the percentage. The days have started counting. So, and That's it. The timer. So, yep. If you want to remove it, click here and remove it. Well, that's it. It's our notifications. It's my personal stuff that I'm showing you guys. Sure. So let's move to the next stuff. The next thing we need to do is look at project asymmetries and stakeholder analysis. I'll stop sharing this now and I'll bring that on. Let me first share this one, see. So this is a framework. So the next thing you need to do, once you've started your project, come here, all these deliverables from here, move them. More especially, we are now on initiate stage. So all these deliverables, initiate all these tasks, move them to the workplace where you'll be managing it, because you cannot manage it from here. So you need to move all these things, start creating the way I've just created this one, create orders to business case and move all of them and start assigning it and start managing it. So the next thing is assemble project team. You guys must have done that. Then define roles and responsibilities. You need to use resumes, identify schools, and create project charter. So I think we need to move identify stakeholders and expectation up before identifying scopes, because we need to identify scopes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So we have moved. Once you identify roles and responsibilities, the next thing is to identify stakeholders and do stakeholders analysis. Together with the stakeholders, you identify the project scope, and then you create a project charter. So that project charter you guys created shouldn't be, was a mistake. So it should be here. It should come after you must have done your stakeholder analysis. So the next thing now, because you people must have the project have started, the next thing is to define roles and responsibilities identify stakeholders and expectation. So it's going to be RACI metrics and stakeholder analysis. So let's quickly look at it. We have done that twice during project management lectures and business analysis lectures, but let's just give it another glance. So what we're going to do is this is going to be stakeholder analysis RACI metrics review. So we know what RACI is. RACI is RACI, stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. That is what this RACI stands for. And here, this responsible refers to the role or the person who should actively participate to accomplish a particular activity. This is the role who owns the activity and actually doing the work. So who is responsible? Like in receive project mandates, the lead project manager is responsible. So accountable here refers to who should ensure that the work is completed on time and within the budget and within the required quality standard. So I should be accountable for this. So in this create receive project mandate, I should be accountable. Once the project manager lead, the lead project manager reviews that particular deliverable, he should let me know. I should be able to validate that particular deliverable, making sure that yes, he has it meets with the standard we require for this particular deliverable. And consulted refers to the role or person who can provide valuable information and guidance to complete the work. So they have the knowledge, skill, and experience needed, and that's it. So you should consult if you know who, more especially the subject matter experts who knows that particular deliverable very well, you must consult the person. Like now, you need to consult me in order to, because you don't understand it very well, I need to be consulted because I'm kind of a subject matter expert or authority in most of all these things. So that's why you need to consult me. Inform refers to anyone who should be notified of a decision as a result when the work is completed. Their work depends on the activity and might be affected by the change in the way. So you should inform other parties like the end user, because they might be interested, they need to be following changes in that particular activity to make sure that they know how to go about doing their job, because maybe this project is affecting their own work. For instance, if we're implementing something like a CRM, Some of the people that use CRM on daily basis, you need to inform them that there should be an update. And once the update is completed, you need to equally inform them that the update is completed. So that's what this inform means. So this is what this RACI means. So in case anyone do not understand it very well. So let's see how to do RACI metrics. To do RACI metrics, the roles or the person should be on top of the box, and the activity should be by the side. Activity, you can see here, from here, you can do your work breakdown structure from here, down here. And that's the activity you are assigning, and this is the roles from the organization chart. So in order to do your RACI metrics, these are simple lists down on how to do it. With your team, clearly explain the purpose for creating RACI metrics. Identify the stakeholders who need to be involved and the main activity that need to be performed. Use a flip chart or whiteboard to construct a two-dimensional RACI matrix. So everything has been created. I've created a template for you. So in this question, like if you don't have a template, this is how you just draw. You can use an ordinary paper to draw it like this and start doing it. It mustn't be like this template. For instance, if you don't have templates, you can still do your RACI metrics using your ordinary paper and pencil. Enter the activities in the left column and the roles or person on the top row of the matrix. For each activity, identify responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. Discuss the RACI metrics with the key stakeholders to verify the accuracy. Here, this is like a sample of RACI metrics. You guys have seen this so many times. I'm not going to waste time here. So, but this is it. This is activities. This is roles or persons. Here can be project manager, business analyst, lead project manager, lead. So these are the roles where these are that need to be assigning all these responsibilities. So that's a quick one on RACI metrics. You've got the template already. So let's move to stakeholder analysis. On stakeholder analysis, example of stakeholders for an organization. This is the stakeholders in an organization, not stakeholders in a project, because there is difference between project stakeholder and organizational stakeholders. In an organization, we have employees, we have senior executives, we have shareholders, we have customers, suppliers, end users, families of employees, investors, lenders, partners, unions and regulators, community group, the media and the government. These are the people that are affecting the way you run your business. All of them are stakeholders. So now this is project stakeholder. When you come to project stakeholders, you have a project lead, project team members, process owners, people who work on the processes, customers of the process outcome, suppliers of the process, operations managers, finance managers, procurement managers, HR and training manager, performance manager, senior executives. So managers, these are all these people that managers who resource, schedule, budget, or result will be affected by this project. So anybody that can be affected in any way by this project is a stakeholder. So team members are stakeholders. So all of you are stakeholders in your respective projects. Project leader, the project lead, program manager, all of us are stakeholders. Now, the first thing to do during your stakeholders management or stakeholder analysis is to identify the stakeholders and group them using logical categories. So now in projects, you have project leaders, you have project members. You can see this is within the project, and all of them is within the organization. And then here you see senior managers. Now this is within the organization. All of them are internal stakeholders. Please mute yourself. Then the next thing is process owner, people who work on the processes. You see, they are another group. Then you have other internal stakeholders. Then you have finance managers. Then outside that, you have customers. All of them here, everybody in this diagram, all stakeholders. So identify stakeholders like this. So first, group them into internal and external stakeholders. These are the internal stakeholders, and you can see customers are the external stakeholders. So let's move down. Then the next thing is classify stakeholders into four groups according to the power they hold and whether they are interested in the project or not. So as you can see, understand, you need to understand this group of people and satisfy their need. You can see here, content setters, can be regulators in that industries who can just clamp your project, stop your project because you are not complying with the regulatory framework. And these are the key players in this project. Engage them and manage them actively. So these are crowd. This crowd, you need to inform them occasionally and then monitor them. And these are defenders, and you need to inform them and consider their interests as well. So, and you can see here is power and here is interest. With these people, high power and low interest, they are very dangerous people. They can mess your project up without giving a damn. And these people, high power, high interest, you need to engage them, because if you don't comply with them, they can throw you out of the project. So these are the crowd, mainly the customers. So, and here are the defenders. They have high interest and low power. It can be vendors who want to sell their software or their product. It can be the end users who want to use this product in the office when you finish. So they are interested that there is improvement, which will bring efficiency in the way they do their job. So you need to consider and inform them of what's going on. So these are the things I've just explained now. So key players should be closely involved in all project activities, and nothing should come as a surprise to them. Examples of key stakeholders can be operations manager. Just like in this our project, I'm the program manager, so I should belong to this group. So then content setters are the senior stakeholders who can take critical decisions and reach to more powerful stakeholders. They should be kept informed and satisfied to maintain their support. So they don't really have interest, but they can do something that can just derail your project. So you need to make sure that you do what they want and satisfy their interest so that your project will continue to move on smoothly. Defenders have little power, but are highly interested in the project outcome. They should be kept informed to maintain their interest. Example of these stakeholders can be the people who will apply the improved process. Crowd have little power and little interest, so they don't require a great deal of consideration. Just communicate occasionally with them about important issues and the results. So they can be just if you are watching you are in Facebook, we will say that once in a while, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, will just come to the platform and say something that we are doing this, we are doing that, just and everybody start commenting. We are the crowd. So you just consider us, let us know what they are doing to make us happy, but they don't spend their time trying to impress us like that. So that's it, and this is the next thing is to plot the stakeholders on an empty power interest matrix, taking into consideration the 4 characteristics of stakeholders: power, awareness, interest, and their support. As you see this stakeholder, you see the position, you see the role here, then you see the power, high power, aware, somehow aware, interested, no, he's not interested, supportive, no, he's not supportive, he's a difficult stakeholder, is resistant. So you see, that's how you plot them. And let's go to the matrix so you see how it's being plotted on the matrix. So from this matrix, you can see these are Adams, procurement. I've shown you people these things before. So it's just a refresher because we are starting your project now. And then here, aware, somehow aware, unaware. So this color, as you can see, with these 3 people, this is the big man, this is a small man, and this is a very small man. So from this, you can see that this big man here should be aware of what you are doing. Anything you are doing, you need to keep them aware. You know, these big people here. So, and in terms of interest, in terms of this somehow, you see this big man equally here is not, this should be from, we are plotting this from this, by the time you've plotted all these things, from here you'll be plotting this. So you should work together with this. You see their color, you see their, like now you say somehow aware. This one is aware, is somehow. So when you go to the I will show you people, stakeholders, stakeholders analysis document so that you can see how this thing is working in real time, not just in picture. So from the stakeholders analysis, this thing, still you keep monitoring and plotting all these things. And then after them, you need to do your involvement worksheet. So now that you have an idea about the level of involvement each stakeholder has, there is a gap. So the gap is between where they are and where you want them to be. Gap between the current and desired involvement level shall be identified. Close the gap using involvement planning worksheets to assess where stakeholders are now and where they need to be in terms of project involvement. Like now, you can see you have to write the names of the stakeholders here from this column. You see this particular stakeholder is not aware in the current state. And here, you still don't want him to, he should be unaware still. And here, still unaware. And interest, not interested. But here, supportive, you need to, you should be supportive. This particular stakeholder, if you write the name here, it should be, here is unaware, but at this particular project, you want the stakeholder to be aware, so you tick it. You will see it in real time as soon as I bring the document. And then after then, you have to do communication plan. That should be the last thing in your stakeholder analysis. The last step is to create communication plan to send the right message to the right stakeholder at the right time. The plan should provide information such as the person who is going to be communicated with each stakeholder, the key message that needs to be communicated, the communication method to be used. Is it informal chats, like invites to team meeting, email, etc. Using communication action sheet. This is communication action sheet. That's what you use in doing this. You can see stakeholder here. When you identify every stakeholder, is contact information, method of communication, who to be communicated, or who is communicating who, how often, and the feedback log. So that is communication worksheet. So I'll quickly pull up the real stakeholder analysis document. So we'll look at it because I'm going to upload it for you to start using. And I will stop sharing so that I can pull it up. Yeah, this is the document you are going to be using. This is the stakeholder involvement worksheet. So this is where you write your stakeholders, position, rules. Like from the lecture slide I showed you, you saw how the stakeholders were listed, their positions, their projects, roles. This can be their position in the organization, but this is their project, the role they are playing in the project. So you don't be confused with the position and project role. I can be a senior project manager in the organization, but in that particular this project, I might become the program manager or any other, or just a project manager or whatever. So organization, you need to state their role, their position, and then the role they are playing in the project. Then power here. Look at power here. You can see high power. Yes, high. Level of awareness here. We said somehow, are they interested? Yes. Are they supportive? No, they are difficult. So from that, what I showed you in the slide, you can see it in real life now. That's how you do it. If you come to this particular stakeholder, you say, what is the power? Let's say it's low power, level of awareness. Let's say, yes, interested. Let's say they are not interested, they are just customers. Supportive, somehow. So this is how you analyze their interests and the rest of them. So, and then you come here. This you have now done with the stakeholder involvement sheet. Then you move forward to involvement planning. That's where they are, current state, and where you desire them to be. So you can see here, unaware, can just select. If they are aware, the level of awareness, that's what we are doing now. Either aware or unaware. So if they are unaware, you can click this, like I've selected. This one, aware. In the current this thing, can just click yes as well. Can be aware, they can be unaware and underaware, so it must be one. So interested, yeah, they're interested. Supportive, let's say they are supportive. Then here, where do you desire them to be? In this one, no. Here you want them to be aware. Now you want them to be interested, you want them to show interest. And you need their support. Yeah, that's how you analyze this particular one. Then you move to communication plan. So in this communication plan, you need to write it. Contact phone, email, and the feedback log. Once you communicated, you must feedback, you must give back you must record the feedback of every communication. So that's how you manage this. And You help you to understand their stakeholders very well, and you then move to the next thing. So with all this brief explanation about stakeholders and the roles and responsibilities using RESI metrics, you should be able to start your project very well. You now know how to create a task, and so the next thing within the task is analyze the roles and responsibilities using RESI, do stakeholder analysis, and then you do with your stakeholders, you plan and do your project charter, and then you continue like that, managing your project. So I want to take question at this point so that I can close because of my next my next meeting somewhere. It's question time. Blessing.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, so sir, a quick question. What I want to ask is now, the RESI matrix template you sent to us, are we to, I saw that it's editable. Are we to work on it, or we are to create our own? Are we to also, if we are to create our own, are we to use Excel sheets, or we can just plot it with maybe draws.io? Then, sorry, the second question is still the same thing, the stakeholder analysis too. Are we to plot it ourselves with the communication action sheets? Do we plot it ourselves in the Excel sheets, or we should work on it? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to ask.
I understand what you're trying to ask. So, but that's what you are supposed to be doing. That is a template that I've sent to you because I want to make the job easy for you. So I've sent an already made, just like giving you a plate of rice just for you to be putting in your mouth. So you don't need to do you don't need to go to market, you don't need to cook anything, you don't need just to start eating. That's what I've done for you. So you don't need to do extra work. So it did use the one I've done. I even send you the one they used to do something, so that it's just for you to look at the way they do it and just use it to do your own, and simple.
So we can use draw.io or Lucidchart.
You don't need the draw.io. I've sent you the template. What are you going to
Excel
draw.io to do?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Use it when I send a template. You use the template I sent to you. I didn't ask you to go and create a template just for you to do your job and submit your report. You don't need to go and start manufacturing another template. Use the one I've sent to you. That's what I mean, that I've done the job has been done. But if you want to learn how to create, you can go and learn that on your own. If you have time to learn and how to create and then deliver your deliverables, good and fine. It shouldn't be much of this. Yes, if you are not asking questions like Blessing is raising hand, you bring your hands down. And Ruth, you bring your hand down. You just finish asking your question.
I brought it down.
Okay.
Please, I have a question.
Okay, Stan.
Yes, sir. In line with the role assignment like we discussed, now if I assign a task to me, is it where exactly am I going to work on the task so that you will see what I've done and then be able to shift it over from what I've done to the next phase?
Where you are going to do your task is on the document sent to you. You download the document on your laptop, do your work, and you upload your job. And you communicate that you've done your job. It's not like you mustn't log in and be typing on the or chatting on the for you to be working. So you just get the document. The workplace is to show you what you need to do. Even in the office, is it not, if you are working on a document, is it not the work document, you download the document on your computer, if it's Excel, if it's Micro, if it's Word, whichever document you are working on, get it on your computer. Once you finish doing your job, you upload it to the repository, and then let your line manager know that you have finished your assignment by clicking, if you mean to click finish, click finish, or from the Gantt chart, if you mean moving to the next, Kanban board, if you mean moving your this into the next stage, you move it to the next stage. So these activities will show that you are working. And when you present your job and you've done a good job, everybody knows that you'll be taking your time to do your work.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But then I still have a second question I'd like to ask concerning the stakeholder analysis.
Okay.
Now, do we just take our initiative to decipher the list of those stakeholders that are involved, and then on our own choose exactly the medium, just like the level of interest or how actively they are involved in the project? Is it left for us to just do it? Or do we have a particular reference that we need to use, more like a standard that we need to make sure that each of the stakeholders must be able to meet it? That's more like a criteria before we can now choose whether they are aware or unaware, or whether they should be part of those that have active involvement in the project.
No, as a project manager or a business analyst, when you weigh stakeholder with the responsibility, like the senior stakeholder, like a program manager, you should be able to know their level of involvement, how important they are. And then that will make you to keep them aware about any activity. You know, if like me, I'm the program manager, I don't need to tell you to keep me aware of what you are doing. You know that I need to be aware of what you are doing. If I'm not aware of what you are doing, you know, you stand a chance of losing your job. So it's left for you to keep me aware, or you fall in trouble. So if like you are now updating, you guys are working on runmouth.com, which is a social media. If you like, you can waste your time and be carrying all the users of social media. You are doing this and doing that. Good and fine. Tell them we are doing a product update. Good and fine. But for me, I don't think we should be wasting your time going to, these are the users or the customers. It's good to let them know that we are doing a product improvement. We are trying to add this feature so that they will be happy. But you shouldn't waste your time. So these are the people that you shouldn't be in terms of aware and unaware. Just leave them. But people that are matters should be aware. Like now you are a project manager or your business analyst. You don't need to tell me when you are doing analysis, you are lead project manager or you are lead business analyst. You are not going to let him be aware of what you are doing. You must let him be aware of what you're doing. So these are how you analyze it. Is not this thing is not mathematics 2 plus 2. That's why you are being trained to use your professional acumen. It's not like once add 2 plus 2, then it's no longer a difficult job now, because when everybody start adding 2 plus 2 or 3 plus 3 and get an answer. You need to use your initiative to do your job as a professional.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
yeah. So I think we're almost done because I plan to stop this workshop by 8:30, and it's almost the time. So yeah, I will allow you guys to go and start your projects. If you encounter difficulties, you let me know. This is we've done training on business project management and business analysis. This is practical. Well, for you guys to see that theory is different from practical. It can be sounding so sweet during the theory, but during the practical can be tough, you know. So that's why this work placement is the main thing. You need to do it, you know. So it's not like just reading slides. This is where you do it practically, and that is where you do the actual learning. So that is so that is it for tonight. And
Sir, I have a question. Please don't be offended. It's coming late.
were you sleeping?
No, sir.
Okay, be fast.
Please, sir, my question is that if we need to add deliverables on the racing matrix.
Yes, I'm listening.
That's my question. I want to know, do we need to add deliverables on the racing matrix, or what is written in the deliverables? Like the thing that is written on the deliverables, the Excel, the project mandates that you were giving to us. Hello?
I'm coming. This is your racing metrics. Yeah, have you downloaded your own?
Yes, I did.
Why are you asking me if you need to be putting deliverables? From what you have here, it means you have not even touched your own. I've sent these documents like days ago. It says activities and deliverables. This should be, the first one should be receive project mandate, assemble project team, identify roles and responsibilities, identify stakeholders and expectation. These are deliverables, which we have been hammering and hammering, you know, and they're asking me if you are going to be putting deliverables. What
Sorry,
are you
sir, I got a little bit confused. That was why.
So, and these are the deliverables. I showed the deliverables. You are going to just copy and paste. You know, like you are going to, this is the deliverable. From these deliverables, move it to your racing metrics. And from these deliverables, use it to create tasks in Digibrid workplace. So this kind of question should not be coming from any of you.
Thank you so much.
It's okay. You ask. Keep asking, no matter how stupid the question might look, because everybody have their level of grabbing. So.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. I also have a question to ask.
Okay.
the project leads, like the people that are leading the project, like the PA lead, project analysis, and the PM, are they the people that we are supposed to wait for them to define our rules for us?
Can you say that again?
Are we supposed to wait for our leads, like business analysis leads, to define our rules before we can start our tasks?
Yes, because you don't have power to do that. That's why they are the lead. You can't, once you are creating a program, what you do for yourself, that's amount to subordination. So you must learn to be disciplined.
Okay,
if
sir.
you feel they are not doing what they need to be doing, then you report to the management, you report to me. If they are not carrying you along, if you feel that you should be carrying along and they are not notifying you about what's going on in the project, you let me know. They should be able to create roles and response, create all this deliverable assigned to you. For me, I expect everybody to be doing every deliverable because it will help you to learn everything. You know, so you people have to be working very fast. Like in Blessings, the project, I've seen where they are doing their project charter. Everybody submitting their, it shouldn't be. Everybody should not be submitting their project. Let them work as a group and then come up with one document they should submit. Not everybody submitting their documents one by one. Once you create and assign these roles, assign this deliverable to a group of people to work on that, they should collaborate and do their job, either using Zoom or this thing, do their job. If they should do it individually, let them do it individually, but come and reconcile what they've done individually and produce one document. That's how you work as in a group. You shouldn't be submitting, like if you people are 20 doing one deliverable, you mean I should come and start checking and looking at all the 20 documents for one delivery? It's not possible now. Who is going to do that?
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. So I will call it a night, and I wish you guys luck. Go and start your projects. I should be able to see that the projects are now in progress. Thank you, and good night. Let me see.